So why do you have trust issues in the relationships that you have? One big factor why we have trust issues in this relationship is because our exes. Listen, I don't like to blame everything on my ex, but I'm gonna blame everything on my ex. Because you let your guard down in your previous relationships and you became somebody you didn't want to be. You became somebody that was too trusting, too loving, too giving, and too much. And not saying it's not a problem being these things, but when you give out too much, you lose something from yourself. Energy is equivalency. You know what I mean? When I give energy, I have to give energy back. When you give too much energy out and you're not getting something back, that leaves you drained, all right? It leaves you drained and leaves you empty. And that's why you have trust issues in your next relationship because you gave out all your trust. You don't have no more. How can you give out something you don't have anymore? So you don't trust these new people. You don't trust these new relationships because you see something in these relationships that remind you of the old relationships. And I'm not saying don't keep your guard up all the time. But if you're trying to get into a new loving relationship and find somebody new and move on from somebody different, you need to know that you need to rebuild your trust levels. You need to really take some time to work on yourself. I don't know why my generation has this problem of not being single for a while. You need to take that time off and not hop into another relationship. And I'm a Libra. We love hopping into new relationships. And that was a problem. I was hopping into mad different relationships, and every time I was losing a little bit more and more trust. You know what I mean?
You're wildin'.
Wilding out. Losing trust all of the time in situations where I should have just been chill, where I should have been like, oh, she's a good girl. Let me believe her. But me not believing in the girl, me seeing similarities to my exes, that put blinders on. You know, in horse racing, to make the horses go faster, they put horse blinders on them. The horses be blind when they're getting ridden by jockeys. So they have that makes horses go faster because they can't see where they're going. And a lot of times, what I mean by this is we get in relationships, we can't see where we're going because we're blinded by old trust issues and we're blinded by our exes and old scabs. You cannot move forward because you don't have no trust left. You're trying to give out trust in these new relationships and new situations, and you can't because you haven't healed from the old traumas. We don't be healing from stuff and we just be moving forward like we a wheel. Human beings are not wheels. So you thinking you could just move forward and roll with the punches and not deal with the stuff that your ex did to you is a problem. Maybe you need to have a closure talk. Maybe you need to, I know you're probably not talking to them, but these closure talks is a really good thing sometimes when it's good closure, when you actually get something out of it. So you need to probably talk to your ex and be like, listen, you're the reason I don't trust people. And they'll be like, whoa, I'm surprised. Then they'll tell you why you're the bad guy. And you need to listen to them when they tell you why you're the reason for their trust issues. So again, it's a two-way street. Trust is a two-way street. You want people to trust you, you got to trust them and vice versa. So a lot of times you're drained and you lost all trust and you lost all feelings. You're numb. So you get into these new relationships and you numb. And a lot of girls I've been talking to, they've been numb as hell because of their exes. And they see similarities in me. And I'd be like, listen, baby, I'm not like nobody. I'm Corpy. This is a Corpy. This is a Corpy show. And that's it. Like, you need to move forward. All right? Stop getting new relationships with people and judge them off how you think your ex was. Because that sucks. That invalidates them as a person. You need to start seeing people who they are instead of who you want them to be. And that's a big reason for trust issues, too. You see people how you want to see them, not who they truly are. These are new people. Every person is different. Even identical twins are not the same people. All right? If God wanted us all to be the same, everything would be the same. No two people on this earth are alike. No two things are alike. Everything is different. Our fingerprints is different. Everything about us is different. So they might have similarities to your ex, but they're not your ex. All right? If you want somebody that's like your ex, go back to your ex. I hate when people do that. They judge other relationships off that. And again, I do that too. I'm a Libra. We do that. We the most judgy people in the world. Listen, I admit the flaws of a Libra. But again, that's a lifetime of having observed and see things. I judge people, and now I'm just existing. I don't even judge people like too much no more. All right. If I see something I don't like, I'm gonna say I don't like that. If I don't like it, I'm gonna just remove myself. I won't judge you. I'll just remove myself if I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because all of that, putting extra pressure on other people to be other people, that sucks. So we need to start coming into relationships with fresh trust. All right. And I know that sounds crazy. My guard been up. I keep my walls up. All right. Where's that got you? Castles work two ways. Walls work two ways. Walls separate. All right. So you building all of these walls for what? Now's not the time for wall building. Now's the time for love and trust. Give that new person a chance. They may be exactly what you wanted, and they may be exactly what you didn't want, but you're not going to know if you don't trust the process. And that's today's episode on trust issues. Peace.
You're wildin'. You're a dummy. Where's the money, Joe? You don't like me much, do you?